Greetings, I'm Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a
Mortician's Tale together. Yes.
Alright, so we have just gotten the most recent corporate update about the changes that are coming to the business of death. And we are now going to hear a bit more from Chad Grant, who refuses to call us Charlie, even as our server name indicates us, and says Charlotte.
Yes.
Here we are.
Charlotte, I am proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you. Charlotte, although Hillside Heritage Enterprises Incorporated is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as it is the most cost-efficient of the two options. The first unclaimed body we will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation.
I see.
Auto response, Dr. Zayas. I sent a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs like a human being, Charlie! A human being! We as a species have seen the beginning of her end! I love her.
She's great.
Jen
Your best friend
so
is wonderful.
Funny.
Alright, so I'll take care of it.
Take care of it.
So we are going to be dealing with an unknown individual here.
That's
someone
very
who
sad.
Fell through the cracks. Again, another one of those things in the sort of experience/controversy of death. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during creation.
I hope they had take a picture of this guy.
Okay.
Like that is as terrible as that sounds. Taking a picture is a thing that might help. Because I'm expecting, honestly, for something to go like, oh, we made a huge error or something.
So I guess when we have to cover our tattoos, it's not here in the actual
yeah, it's when
people
will see you.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is still frustrating, still a little sad, but I also understand that. That's like an older generation thing. You've got more cremulators, get the urn.
Older generation thing.
Yeah, but it's like a boomer thing, basically. Still very strongly going, you don't show off your tattoos. But I've run into actually more, basically millennials who seem to sort of be on that track. But then again, guess what? There's a lot of millennials who were raised by boomers. In fact,
amazing.
all of them kind of were.
In one way or another, I say.
Right?
But yeah, so that's an interesting thing. And then what happens? There's no funeral,
not,
right?
Completely covered, I think.
I was to say our uniform didn't change.
We're the only one.
We are the only one. All right, so here we are to pay our respects. I wonder if we can also send the guest book since we're the only one.
Oh, I don't think it has ever let us sign the guest book.
I don't think so either, but I find that...
Yeah, there's nothing there.
That's too bad.
That's all you can do.
And Charlie will come out and be like, hey, I see you.
And you are the only one.
April 9th, 10:19 a.m.
How sad.
All right, here we go.
Great.
Working with the urns. Cleaning the urns, that's great.
You still won't call me by my name, and you still treat me like trash. Yay.
All right, from Chad Grant to Rose and daughter staff.
Signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital. Access all the cadavers that came through their pediatric and maternity wards.
We're going to do a baby, aren't we? Oh dear.
Home funeral for my wife.
Hold on. I didn't finish reading that at all.
There will be no doubt be a boon for Hillside Enterprise Inc.'s bright and sustained future. It takes over 100,000 patients, receives over 15 million in funding and donations annually. This is really incredibly cynical. But then again, I'm like, they're going, these businesses are all taking over, and I'm like,
it's also, while you can take it very cynically, again, if you've been in business, it's also very realistic.
No, I totally know that.
But
because I'm saying, it is
dark.
Really cynical and it's dark.
And it's more dark, for me, in the business of death than it is if you're going, hey, we just got another contract to make bread. We got another contract for more gluten-free services. We're now allowed to serve our gluten-free stuff at this local school. That partnership will be great for us.
Yeah, but friend, when we were doing the bread sometimes, so if you guys don't know, I got into an argument one time where we were actually at work, and they were going, hey, what can we do to basically be better than other gluten-free facilities? Well, more or less was the question. And I said, hey, so since actually sesame seeds are considered to be an allergen in the other parts of the world, why don't we just add those on? Add them onto our American bags for the United States. And
add sesame seeds. Why don't we add a label that indicates allergen?
Yes, a label that indicates that they're an allergen, right? And they went, What?
Because what I heard from you at
Oh,
first
I
was,
apologize.
there's a bunch of people allergic to this thing. Let's just add it to our products.
No.
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 Let's make sure we label it they're present. So,
or that they might have the possibility that it's
and from
present.
what we understand, in most parts of the world, sesame seeds are recognized as a primary allergen, the way like peanuts and shellfish and things like that are.
Milk
There's
products sometimes.
milk products, eggs, that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and that they are listed in the primary allergens, but they're not in America.
Yeah.
And so when we
Not
started,
in the United States, because
sorry,
America's,
the
yeah,
United States. I was gonna say
because Canada is
in
also
the
a part of America.
I was gonna say, but it's not necessary then to label that they are in there. However, it being such a big allergy, a lot of people, have advocated for it.
Right.
In this case, though, what I'm trying to compare here is the difference between, we're gonna get a lot more dead bodies, so much more business, feels way more dark.
Yes.
Even if those bodies are gonna be handled and be someone's business anyway.
Right.
Than it does to go, hey, we're gonna sell a lot more bread, you know?
Right? No. I feel you. I just also, again, for me, though, sometimes the reason why I bring that up, though, is sometimes that's what I felt like, though. We were basically gambling, we were gambling with people's lives. Because there are people in the United States who are allergic
to sesame seeds,
to sesame seeds. And my concern was, and actually I felt this like one of our guys who was goes a little higher than us for sure, where he was super concerned basically about anybody that could have that experience.
He was in the food safety department.
Yes.
And while we all understand that anyone can have that anything on earth can be a deathly allergen to someone, that if it's a common allergen, it's just, why not label it? On the other hand, it is a slight more cost to redesign your bags and print something else.
But I just was like, but somebody's life. Again, that problem of basically profits over, but
anyway, it's all right. So next.
All right, so a home funeral for my wife.
All right.
Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take the standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job.
Right.
Oh, God.
Dear Mr. Grant, okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Hi.
Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you, the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you, your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together to say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was. Beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Please let me say beautiful another 300 times.
Yep.
Just to insist that it's
Because
truly
we know
beautiful.
that that's the value you had for your wife.
Yes.
Because we know that's the value of women as partners in this world.
Just terrible.
Beautiful.
Again, he sounds like a very classic boomer, which is incredibly deeply frustrating. God, I still remember when we got acquired, and we really did. We looked at everybody who, when we got bought out, and we just went, wow, they all look like they're all related.
They looked so
they were all uniform,
similar in their suits didn't match, but they all looked basically like they shopped with the same priorities, and they all had the same kind of haircut, same posture. They were all carefully trying to turn into each other.
Yep, it was a little frightening, actually. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have to have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this difficult time a little easier for you. You're really just not taking...
Dear Mr. Grant, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. I know... we don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. So that's the order it went in.
Yeah.
And going, well, if he still wants that. Yeah, so the thing is that's what it shows, because it's the chain of
emails.
Forwards, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Going, I'm done. Charlie's official life put in my 2 weeks notice.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, it's official. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101? My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself. But you I'm worried about. You are too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? All right,
P.S.
I'll bring beer over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. All right, here you go. Go, Jen.
Oh, dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but was so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried. You had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's so super death positive and isn't freaked out about my work. Also isn't too into it like the last dude I saw. Jason, Michael, oh, she's either bi or pan. That's adorable.
That's
Michael,
very sweet. Right.
I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say, like, working with death, and also spends so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento Mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming. Like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I like the idea of sharing cotton candy. Or maybe not. I don't want to throw up on the rides. It's sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of a Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know you have my support 100%, no matter what you decide.
I wonder
She's
if we're
going to
thinking
quit.
about quitting too. I wonder if that's going to be part of our process. Oh, we have to accept.
Oh, I forgot to accept.
Yeah, you forgot to
my
accept. That's why the
apologies.
thing is still
I was
there.
disoriented, going, we had a sure thing, I'll get
What's
it right.
the water everywhere? We're going to need to read that next, I think.
I don't, the thing is they all go away.
Oh.
Once we go through these particular sections, Charlie apparently never keeps them.
No worries, that's okay. All right, so here we go.
We're going to go take care of this particular
Yeah,
individual.
I am concerned that we're going to have to, based on the thing that we said, handle a baby at some point.
Yeah.
And that makes me uncomfortable. Okay, clean first.
Yep, time to do the clean.
Hello, individual.
I don't know how far though this game is going to go. And I guess, what is the particular thing you find about, like, babies to be unnerving? Like,
So-
maybe that's a little bit of a personal
And
question.
I don't know if I have a really good answer for that one. I would tend to say either a mother that died in childbirth or a baby that was, dead. Both of them make me very uncomfortable because it represents this sort of incredible lack of autonomy. Where an infant doesn't have any ability to decide for themselves or to try and fight for their life, if you will, in any informed way. And a lot of that depends on how other people basically attend to their medical care or attend to the care of the mother. If she's having, a pregnancy that she wants and there's complications, it's really important that doctors are very aware of what she's telling them is wrong.
Right.
So I'm familiar with a number of women that have talked about being pregnant, and the doctors that they were working with really just didn't listen, and that it caused serious complications in their pregnancy. And later, the doctors they were working with went, "Oh, well, you should have said it this other way."
Right.
And they're like, "How would I have known the proper way to say that I'm having a crisis? Because to me, all I'm having is I feel bad, and this feels not right." Anyway, and so the idea, those are the two things that make me uncomfortable. With the baby, it's the loss of so much potential life, and also the fact they really couldn't engage with their experience much at all.
Right.
And with a mom dying during childbirth, and while I get there are medical things we can't deal with, there are some things that cannot be helped. It bothers me because so often it is in relation directly to the medical, emotional, and psychological care that she received while pregnant.
Yes.
And that just makes me deeply uncomfortable. So
There are lots of
I don't know
things,
if I'm
actually.
explaining that really well, but that's just something that while I find all death in general to be a sad or experience of loss that does affect me in an emotional way, that specifically as far as having to see it on screen, or any kind of a kid or child or somebody that basically died, I don't know, under it, just there are some things that sort of get me more than other things.
Right.
And I think it's more of like the visuals of it, because again, having a gentleman who took his own life, that's pretty deep and pretty serious. You can do two at once.
I apparently can. I made
Holy
of sparkles.
crap, you are amazing.
I am a speed run. No, I'm sorry. That's.
And a speed run the death game. Holy crap. I do love the issues they're covering though, and interestingly enough, sort of in the way of a book that my friend and I read recently, there was this really great experience where we both went, this covers even our vague knowledge of the subject here.
Right.
This covers everything we've ever been exposed to as far as like basically society has pushed at us. And so far for me, the corporate side, people talking about embalming, people talking about their wishes, people dealing with what the body wants or not, or wills and everything. This is everything I've encountered socially that are the problems or challenges with death, including some people going, I want a home funeral, and other people pushing back and going, you can't do that. Or people going, no, simply, no, we just want to sell you something better. So the game is covering its bases, even for someone who's relatively inexperienced in the field, really well.
Yeah, right.
Or anyway.
Or at least it feels like
Like, it
that,
feels-
especially
that's what I
because
mean.
once you run into corporate politics and how they usually work, I hate to say it, you're pretty much being treated that way no matter where you go. They're pretty
Unfortunately.
uniform and scary like that.
All right.
That's why I don't like them. Anyway, this feels so impersonal. She would have hated this.
Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. The husband's not here.
Oh, hey, what did you think of that trailer I sent you?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that show is so good. I saw that video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. Just pay our respects. But yeah, the gentleman who sent the emails, assumably her husband, is not here.
Yeah, no, I'm a little confused. Oh, all we have to do is just pay respects to the body. And
Yeah, we don't have to
leave.
talk to anyone. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad for not doing what Mom asked for.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, because he pushed
I know,
him.
honey, but what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot.
That is him. It just doesn't match the picture as
Right.
well. Okay. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. I wish I hadn't yelled at her before.
Oh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to miss her.
Yeah, just a bit. Me too.
Alrighty.
gonna come over here.
I wish they'd have had him at a different angle so it was more clear that that was him right away. Not that, like, I think it's great that he's there, but also, again, the level of pressure of going, you've had someone with business experience and sales experience, which are psychological tactics to
And they're
use on other
manipulative
people
too, yeah.
to manipulate to a certain end, and they're not meant to be harmful. You are taught in sales that it is meant to serve the customer.
Except the thing is that it's meant to serve the company, not the customer,
It is.
usually.
On the
Which
other
is one of
hand-
those things that I always... So for me personally, in regards to selling things, I never did a very good job at them because I'm always like, these people really genuinely do not need this crap for the most part. They really don't. What they need is a better education, more learning, and more support. They do not need more items to clutter up their life. They do not need these specific... whatever the fuck,
Trappings you want to sell
DXL 100,000, you know, here's your massive vacuum cleaner.
And I'm
blah,
not
blah,
saying that we need any of those things. I'm not saying, but I'm saying is a lot of people trained in sales don't realize or connect to what they're doing is harmful.
blah. No, I know.
At all. And the thing is I'm really sorry that he got subject to that practice. I'm sitting here going,
terrible.
I'm having a sympathetic experience going, I am sorry for you, fictional character. Even as you demonstrate an important thing that happens in, you know, real life and business, I'm going, I'm really sorry that you were coerced into this purchase and are feeling guilty that what you thought would be best for your wife was wrong based on a stranger telling you it was wrong because you weren't
Right.
respectful enough.
And you're like,
that's
thanks,
a little profound,
asshole.
dude.
Yeah, no, quite
Someone
a lot.
going, no, but you need to respect her in the way that I say is meaningful.
Yeah, no shit. That's really terrible.
Anyway, it's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high.
Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? Stress, my dear.
A lot of stress. You're always hungry.
Well, I'm always stressed.
A mood.
Hey.
All right, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and end off here. So we're going to be starting then on August 30th at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Hopefully Charlie has not quit her job. Oh, she might have. We will see. Oh, this is at home. I think she did.
She may
is
have
this
moved
the
to
end of the
something
game?
else. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what this is real quick because this is very different.
Yeah, because I
And,
actually don't know how big this game is.
We have no idea where this game ends, so we will be right back. All right. Huh.
Aww.
Charlie, dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Best wishes. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor.
You'll never believe this. Leave with what job I am working on now. Open this email to find out! Oh, God.
Hey, Charlie. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. That's
that
yours.
me?
That is you.
Oh, God, right, drinks. I got this.
Yeah, Matthew.
When I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree, and thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I'm now working at, wait for it, a bus driver! A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. Ha! I didn't know how else to tell you. For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me, but I don't know why. You've never been the judgment kind. And besides... Judgmental kind. Corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, I must add. I actually love it. These kids would be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. Did we start our own home?
I don't know. Let's
I'll
find out.
swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. See ya, Matthew J.
Aw, it's adorable.
Here it's
Charlie,
done.
I am so happy for you. Congratulations on your new business. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake's all a bazillion% increase, but you've been stuck. You stuck through it like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying not to be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home for the next week for our visit and to check out your new space. Always love, Jen. Hey, P.S. Have you heard about those green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over to you.
I am that person with those tabs. I am.
Aww.
All right, from Eileen Hansen. Dear Charlie, today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Eileen Hansen.
Hi.
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Do we have more, or is this the end? That we
Is
just
this
started
the
our
end?
own business?
Did we just...
Let's find out real quick.
Oh.
Oh, holy crap. Yeah, this looks very much different. Let's see what this is.
What is this?
I don't know. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you. Thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. We're dealing with those ideas that were pushed up against us. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. The one where everyone can throw some dirt on the body together.
Yeah.
And she's going to preside over it as well. She's just going to do everything.
Oh, and this is the end.
That is the end.
Oh. Well, thank you for being
Look at
with us a
that.
little bit long. But this was really...
Kind of fascinating and profound. I expected it to go on a little bit more, but I don't think it needed to. I think it covers the basics.
Wow.
That's really interesting. And she has her own little cemetery plot.
Hey.
I imagine the plot was going to be much larger than what they showed there. That was probably
Maybe.
just for reference.
Yeah. Well, the thing though you have to also consider is we didn't read every single email.
We didn't.
The email really contained a fair amount of the plot, like solidly.
So yeah, I didn't realize always when we were skipping things because my friend Scandal here had control of the mouse, but I think that gives you the good idea of things.
And if you definitely play this game, I do definitely recommend you go check out all the emails. I didn't want to go through all of them because I actually figured that it would be kind of a little bit of a drag just to listen to us talk through some of this.
I also thought you'd be able to go back to them at first.
I didn't. I noticed pretty quickly that you weren't going to be able to, which stinks, but I still think that also, though, gives a lot of people, like, if you want to go play this, that's some incentive for you to go play it.
Yeah,
there
go
are a
play it
ton
on
of
your
other
own,
emails, obviously.
Have your own process, have the experience and
Made
everything.
possible with support from the Ontario Arts Council.
Nice.
I wonder if they got, like...
And we have credits and dedication. There was a big team that worked on this. That's beautiful. And again, they were very thoughtful about this. And it really does here's the basics, and then we're going to move forward. So when I mentioned back in episode 1 that the sort of preparation of a body felt very much like, always one of those task games, like, trimming or washing your pony, or doing like your Barbie's, makeup and hair, like a girl game kind of task thing, or like a toka game thing for young kids.
Right.
I kind of want to, I didn't mean to devalue the game when I said it, but I like that they didn't stick to that. Like, that wasn't then this thing that went on for 9 million tasks. Where sometimes I see people play these weird little, like, rage games and stuff where it's like, it's difficult to control, but it's also just 900 little tasks, like preparing a body.
Over and over.
And you're working through it, and it's like, dissect an alien or whatever it is, and that's the whole game. And this one, that was just a little piece of the game, and all of the movements in there were relevant. Every step you did on that body wasn't we made some step for you to do. It wasn't like playing Operation, the board game. It was like, here's how this works. Right. And I thought, while I don't know a huge amount about death, it looks like they did source their work, like they consulted people, and like they really did, again, from the little experience that I do have, cover all the bases.
I wonder, this is going to sound a little strange, but maybe actually I kind of wonder if some of the stories in there weren't literally just more or less vaguely transcribed stories.
From the people involved.
From the people involved, or just people they knew.
They knew, yeah. Also, again, I'd be very interested to see Ask a Mortician play this game and see what she thinks of it.
Yes.
So again, we've mentioned her at the beginning of this because we watch her channel. We became aware of her channel during COVID because she made a couple of really cool videos, very thoughtful about going, hey, let's not panic about bodies piling up,
Yeah, right.
But given that she is a professional mortician and that she does speak about it and share, I'd be very interested if she would interact with this game and go, hey, where is it accurate, where is it not? That kind of like a debunking kind of a thing.
Right.
But really I assume it would be supportive because I imagine it'd be a lot of like, hey, look at this thing. It reminds me of like in the way of the Ayatollah Free anime, where there was somebody going, hey, my dad's been a swim instructor for like 30 years. And so I asked him if these anime guys looked accurate in their swim techniques, right?
Right.
And he watched this anime, and he was like, oh my god, those are really good illustrations of swimmers. Also, great accurate swimmer builds as well. And he's like, so from a professional, you know, like basically a subject matter expert,
right?
This is a good anime for swimming.
From an SME.
Yep,
you got it right down. Anyway, thank you
rate.
Very much for joining us. We do really appreciate it. Honestly, again, I'm going to encourage you, if you want to go support this creator and go play this game yourself. We've left plenty of the emails actually undone, like so that you can actually, or unread, so you can actually go on your own and go read it yourself. I definitely encourage you. And apparently we also lost our font. I do not know what happened. That's
it's okay.
amazing.
It might have changed when I came back here, but there are a number of options in the game. It's also very cool for helpfulness, like if you need bigger stuff, if you need highlight colors that can help you. But I wanted to go back to the credits just really quick because, one, there was a lot of people that worked on this, but also I wanted to just sort of credit this studio for contributing to the Itch.io package.
Yes, because they were the ones who went, hey, we want to be a part of this deal.
Entire team was there going, Black Lives Matter, let's support justice and equality.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so I just thought I would mention that.
Yes. So,
and in the meantime,
yeah, thank you very much. If you want to actually then support us, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon, or just feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But if you'd like to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon, please also feel free to support us or even sponsor us there if you'd like, or just tip us because you think we're cool, or whatever it might be. I know that might be, it sound a little weird there, but I think we're funny. No. But in this case,
we're funny.
But in this case, you know, we really were trying to be a little bit more serious about this. And I will say, for my kind of final thoughts on this left me with some definite like mixed feelings. I was not expecting this.
Right.
And this was a little bit more intense, particularly as like holding like and using the mouse was a little like there's some level of intimacy.
Some of the clicking was not easy.
Yeah, some of the clicking wasn't easy at all, and it wasn't intuitive in that way. It wasn't really describing it. But I also kind of like, as a result, it sort of felt a little bit more weirdly personal.
Because you had to think about what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like that is a good thing, and also kind of like a thing where you're just like, whew, I'm not sure how to handle that. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, then for joining us. So I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye.